Alright, this is just going to be a quick video over all the add-ons that I like to use while doing the Uldaman super rare farm. First add-on that I like to use is Mob Info 2. This add-on just tells you how many of each particular mob you've killed inside the instance, as well as what item dropped off of each of them. When you get this add-on, make sure that you have gray, white, and green unchecked. Otherwise, every time you put your cursor over a mob, it's just going to show a bunch of uncommon, common, and trash items that particular mob had dropped, and it's just going to fill up your screen, and it's really annoying. So make sure those are unchecked if you get this add-on. Next add-on, LootAppraiser. When you go to notifications, I like to set it to 200,000. This is going to filter out a majority of the crap from inside the instance, and it'll include, for most realms, all the super rare items and the Ginsu sword, as well as a majority of the very nice plans and patterns that you want to get while doing the farm as well. All right. Also, you can import custom sound bites into this as well. Inconceivable is not a default sound bite that LootAppraiser picks up on, so the way I get that is I get SharedMedia, and SharedMedia just allows you to import custom sound bites into the game so other add-ons can pick up on it. It does take a little bit of time, but it is fun. It's just something extra. Alright, next add-on that I like to use, HotLoot. All that does is it makes the looting process a lot faster. You may have noticed during my super rare item drops, during those videos, you don't even see the loot table as I loot the item. It just happens so quick. That is thanks to HotLoot, which just makes the process a lot faster, and it does save time overall as you're doing the instance hundreds of times. Without any quick looting add-ons, the default looting process is, in my opinion, a little bit slow when you're looting a ton of items all at once. So this does save you a few seconds here and there every run that you do. Highly recommend it. HideBossFrames does as it says, it just hides the boss frames. It is nice. Of course, TSM, TradeSkillMaster, just keeps you up to date on how much the items are approximately worth across all regions. Not entirely helpful for the super rare items since they're extremely rare. You're just going to have to do your own research on your own time, trying to figure out how much those are probably worth. But it will give you a good rough estimate for other things like the rare patterns, the Ginsu sword, items that drop a lot more frequently. Just a nice add-on to have overall, though, to keep you up to date on all that. But let's see. And finally, WeakAuras. I just use that to have all my quick movement abilities appear in large boxes on my screen. So whenever I use like disengage, I just see kind of a filter, a timer going on that tells me how long I have until it's up again. Aspect of the cheetah, same thing, and as well as rocket boots. So it just kind of gives me a rough estimate when that ability is going to be up again. Just nice to have. And then finally, scrap. Very nice add-on to have when you're doing this run hundreds of times. You can, with scrap, set items to be immediately sold every time you press the sell junk button. So you can just put in a bunch of items you are just tired of getting and seeing. So that includes, all the boss items, a ton of crappy green items, and as well as a ton of crappy white items. So it'll just help you filter out through. It'll just help you sell them extremely quickly. And with scrap, you can also go into keybinds, add-ons, and you can even set hotkeys for selling the junk. So like for me, whenever I hold Alt Control Shift 1 as I am selling junk, it's going to sell off all of the items very quickly. You can also go into keybinds and also have a toggle under cursor, which will basically, whenever you put your cursor over an item, you can toggle it to set it as junk or set as useful. Whenever you set it as junk, whenever you click sell junk, or you have a hotkey that sells the junk. So for me, again, Alt Shift Control 1, it's just going to immediately sell it. And it's just a nice way to sell all your stuff very quickly. You do, as you're just starting to use it, you're going to have to go through and set all these specific items as junk. And it's going to take you, you know, a few hundred runs to set a majority of the junk as the green items as junk, because you're not going to see all of them drop all the time. Yeah. But yeah, that is about it. If you have any other questions about other add-ons that you may have noticed that I had, leave a comment down below, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. All right.